This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Being your best self feels good for your loved ones and for you. Visit betterhelp.com/gen2gen and get back to being you.
Swear on this a lot.
No, we don't.
I usually keep it clean.
Matt's a goodie. Matt's like an 85-year-old grandpa. Okay, like he's the grandpa here, and I'm the one. You know, he's got a notebook. You know, so we're good.
Yeah, that's good to know. I watched some episodes on YouTube. It was wonderful, guys.
Thank you. We're you know what? You're helping us grow, and I really appreciate you being on this. And because we just started, and we're trying to just get a following, just like you guys.
I mean, dude, we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
So, what is your podcast mainly about? What are some of the topics you guys have?
Is it about training or?
So you didn't watch ours, and I watched yours? Sure.
Well, honestly, it's been a very long weekend.
My
girlfriend's apartment flooded this weekend, so a lot of things got pushed
and
back.
I just went to Cabo for our destination wedding. Adam Devine got married, and I was just in Cabo.
Wow.
That looked luxurious.
Yeah.
Our podcast is called Workin On It because I wrote a song called Workin On It. And each week we're just working on a new subject. Like I'm working on being a mama now. I've birthed a human.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Ryan, what you working on?
I'm working on sobriety.
I was just about to say, not drinking like a maniac. Is that what you're working on?
yeah. Chilling out. I had a bit of a problem. I'm also training for the New York City Marathon.
Good for you.
Oh, wow.
By the way, bro, you look good. I can see it in your face.
That.
Show your hair.
Yeah, I'm here. Well, he's gonna hate the hair, bro. He hates when I dye the hair.
Oh,
what was your original hair color?
Are you doing like an Eminem
hair color? It's yours.
Oh, nice.
Are you doing an Eminem remake? Like who are you?
Yeah, I'm trying to be the next Slim Shady, bro.
Oh my God.
We love it. So when did you guys start your podcast? You guys, because I just recently saw it, right? Like I just recently saw you posting about it.
Well, you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. When was that? A couple months ago?
I don't know. We got like 4 episodes out there right now.
There you go. Are you guys doing episode a week?
Yeah, we're trying to do one a week.
Yeah. We prepared. I mean, she had some stuff going on, so we filmed a bunch of them, and then they're rolling out right now.
Nice.
That's good, man. That's good. You guys, I love. Can I tell you something? I love you guys as a family. You know what I mean? Like for real. You know, Megan. I remember the first time I met you. I was at that like some kind of summer tour, one of those things. It was like a weird like.
Really?
Yeah. Bieber was there.
Sure?
Yes, for 100%. Because it was like.
I thought we met at that basketball game.
No. It was Bieber, you, a bunch of artists. You were there. Matt was there. Wango Tango.
Oh.
Wango.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you actually
pretty hectic, bro. So
but you actually walked up to me and you were like, "Oh my God, I love Workaholics, Montez." And I was like, Meghan Trainor?
That sound like me. Yeah, no.
I mean, she grew up with two brothers, bro.
Fan.
That's like we just watched all that South Park. Like that's
she was like a super fan, and I was like, I was geeking out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was literally all about that bass.
So I can see you guys have a very close relationship. What is your age difference? What is the gap between you both? Because you seem very close.
We're a year apart.
And 5 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost Irish twins.
Okay.
I'm a year older.
Yeah, because Irish twins, it's like if you're within.
Your parents stayed in the bedroom. That's what happened.
I mean, they were on a mission, bro. They're on a mission.
I also calculated that it was definitely my dad's birthday every time this happened. that math happened.
Let's go.
Oh God.
Well, you guys, the reason
kind of nasty.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that really. But
the reason I ask is because your guys' dynamic honestly reminds me of a lot with me and my sister, and we're 9 years apart. She's the oldest in my family, and I'm the youngest. So there's this 9-year gap, but we're so close, like on a million different topics. Like every time I randomly think of her, she'll randomly call me, or vice versa, and there's just this awesome synergy. And so yeah, that's why I asked, because I could see just such an awesome
and by the way,
supportive
you
dynamic.
guys have awesome synergy because you've been making music your whole lives together, right?
I mean, what?
us?
Yeah.
We do write songs together now.
Now we're right.
I wanted to see the truth come out where she was like, you see how she was like, excuse me, I'm the I don't know.
Well, I've been dragging. I don't know what you.
I've been
know,
dragging
because,
this family.
Yeah.
He was like my photographer and videographer forever. So he was always in the sessions with me. And then eventually he started texting. You just burp?
No.
No, did you?
No, I just went, It just sounded like it.
I thought she was asking me. I was like, I did not burp, Megan. I'm sorry if you thought I burped.
The panic.
Listen, I have no problem.
You made me think for a second. I was like, did I just burp? And I was unaware of. Oh man. No.
What are you talking?
He would be
in the studio,
sessions with
filming
me,
the session.
and then
right?
he'd start texting me like, yo, that line is whack. Maybe if you said this. And I would be like, guys, what do you think of this line? And until I was like, all right, you're my ghostwriter. Like, why don't you just come in as a writer? And so he wrote a lot of my last album with us. It's called Treat Myself.
That's good.
Wow,
I love it.
That's awesome. So how has the writing process been different now that your brother's involved? Have you always liked writing songs on your own, or did you like doing it with other people, or how did that dynamic change at all?
I always love collaborating because I want someone to, I don't know, to go back and forth with to get the best of the best.
Yeah.
And it's great with my bro because I know like he's not going to be worried about hurting my feelings or something. You know, like when you
he's actually gonna hurt your feelings.
he's like, that's garbage. I don't know why you're a writer, you know. And I'm like, you're right. This is trash. Let's start over. But he pushes me to my best, and he wrote a lot of the Christmas album with me too. And it was just fun. We have our younger brother.
Yeah, we got
J-Train.
Justin, aka J Train.
Yeah, I love J-Train. I love the trains.
He's producing while we're on the couch,
and
like
he's
laughing.
a really good songwriter, but he's also very, very stubborn. Okay,
Very
stubborn. I can
stubborn.
kind of be like, I'm gonna let Megan get this one, right? He'll just be like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah.
When she's actually right.
Well, how old is he?
Wait, are they in like? Is he in like the other side of the board while you're in the booth, and he just hits the button like whack, whack?
Yeah. Most of the time when I cut my vocals, I'll have Justin on the other side of the glass with Ryan, and they're like, you shouldn't have hit that note. And I'm like, okay, thank you. But he's 2 years younger than me, so now he's 25.
Yeah, what is he, 25? Yeah.
I'm 27. You're 28.
Jeez,
and he lives in the house with us, so
Young
we're
and
all
killing
still
it.
together.
I know.
That's awesome.
And by the way, just we can talk about whatever you want too. By the way, like Matt, this is
I
Matt's
like
new. Okay, I was just making sure because Matt's he goes to the notebook, so we can got a notebook.
I like the notebook. I respect. The
he's got his notebook, but I think
Thank you.
because I get how like you've been doing this a long time, and like you go on these interviews and it's all the same thing. So it's like so tell us all about that bass. What was the inspiration?
It's so different. I love it.
What was the inspiration? Is it your bass or is it your brother's bass? It's like
It was my bass.
So it's like I know because interesting because we play video games together sometimes. Right. And I know that it was like interesting to hear him talk about like you're pregnant, and it was like you guys were on lockdown for the.
Yeah, they stayed in the house for me. None of us have ever gotten COVID because we've been so safe, I believe.
Yeah.
But I really owe it to them because they stayed indoors for 9 months, and then the baby came, and they were like, "Can we go now?" And I was like,
"Are we free?"
Baby, yeah.
Trying to escape.
Are we free? And I was like, "No, now there's a baby here." So no.
How has motherhood changed you? What's the thing that you could say about like how has motherhood made you a different person, a different artist, a different human being? How has it changed you?
It just made me like better in every category. Like I want, like a lot of people say, once you have a kid, your life is over and it's all theirs now. But I have like an opposite effect where it's like he motivates me to be the best at everything I possibly do. And the hardest thing my whole life was like my health and nutrition and like knowing how to work out correctly. And I've mastered it.
There you go.
Weight and then some. And it's just like I'm so motivated to be the best parent and be the best person for him, even with songwriting.
It's funny you said that. I was gonna say to you, actually, you look fantastic. Okay,
thank you.
You look
see
healthy.
that jawline right
I
there?
know, you look healthy.
The jawline. Watch out.
You know what's funny? So I was at Adam Devine's wedding, right? And Rebel Wilson was there, and she looks healthy.
She looks incredible.
She
She's
looks
my
healthy. as hell, right?
Healthy as hell. That's what I want to look like. Like, well, you healthy.
Yeah,
you know?
but see, I didn't want to tell her, hey, you look great, because it was like, it's like you don't want to have that attitude of like, well, you didn't look great before. No, it's like it's everybody's whatever,
Right.
but it's like about being healthy. But let me ask you this. Sorry, Matt.
No, do your thing. That's we're all here.
So do you ever feel like this pressure of like how society is about like diet culture and all this kind of stuff? It's like as if you were like some inspiration to be like a bigger girl for all the big girls out there, and they're like, oh, we're gonna be like Meghan, we're gonna be the big girls unite, you know? And now when you lose weight and you get healthy, do you feel like they're looking at you like, hey, I thought it was okay to be?
That is a thing, but
Whoa,
I haven't
that's-
been affected
whoa.
by that because I think a lot of times, am I too loud for you? Sorry,
No,
bro.
you're good. You're good. Just do your thing.
When I met a lot of my fans in person, a
Mhm.
lot, like way too many amount of times, they would say, wow, you're not even that big.
I forgot that all the
Oh my gosh.
That's actually
All the
not
time.
even a compliment. Girl, you're not as fat as I thought.
Yeah,
Like, what do
I
you
thought
say
you
to that?
were
Yeah,
something.
like
So
Wow.
I've always like fluctuated around the same weight,
Yeah, I hear
and I don't know. I haven't got any hate yet for losing weight. I remember I lost like 20 pounds when I did the 4 with Diddy and Khaled. And everyone was writing articles of like what she did to lose 20 pounds, but no one was ever mean to me about it. So
That's
it's nice.
good.
I think, yeah, because you're always clear about like you're just trying to be healthier. You know, it's
Yeah,
not
I'm
about
clear.
like looking a certain way. It's
I'm
just you
doing
want
it
to
like-
be a
I'm
healthy
doing it-
mom. You want to.
I'm doing it the healthy way where it's like 1 pound a week, like a week of really hard work
yeah.
and being consistent and learning about nutrition is
That's
like
I'm right there with you. I know exactly what you mean. Like
Honey.
I'm down about 40 pounds in body fat myself through this
There
COVID.
you go. Hell yeah. Let's go.
You know, I'm trying to be cute like Matt over here. But
cutie.
you know what I mean? I can't stand how adorable he is. You know what I mean? It's so annoying.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm blushing right now. I
But
appreciate it.
but the thing is like there's two things. There's a difference between being healthy and having a nice physique.
Yes.
Now, when people say they feel fat and all that, that's what we just all want to look good naked. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, literally.
And that's all we think
Literally.
of because we're the ones that see ourselves when we get in the shower. We hit that mirror before we go into the shower and we're just kind of like,
Yes.
damn, what is that? You know what I
I
mean?
had a big issue with that after I had a C-section,
Oh,
and like
got you.
seeing my body after that, I felt like unsexy.
Oh, I
And
got you.
everyone's like, yeah, but your husband loves you. He worships me. And he does. He's obsessed with me, but it's not about him in that moment.
Yeah,
I'm like, I see the scar.
Yeah, it's
Like,
about
I-
you. It's
Yeah.
about you wanting.
Yeah, like I need to be easier on myself with that.
Now, do you think that is just the culture we're in of like us having to always be putting ourselves on this chopping block of quote unquote, not perfection, but like this standard? Or do you think that is just naturally us wanting to be our best self?
Whoa, what a deep, big question.
Wow.
Holy
Sorry, that wasn't
crap.
even
I told you he's
I
like
mean, I
he's
think
like
we're
50.
trained-
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're definitely like accidentally trained with it. You know what
Conditioned
I mean? Like, it's
to
in-
have this standard.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
But you were a pop star.
I
There's a
just,
part of
like,
pressure
am
for
so
that too, right?
grateful. I'm just so grateful I didn't grow up with Instagram when I was like in middle school.
Oh.
You know
That's
what I mean?
literally last episode of the I literally was talking about this. I was like, you know what? I'm so grateful I didn't have Instagram in 6th grade because I'd be looking around even just on test day where I'm supposed to be focused so much on this test. I'm like, man, this kid next to me just got 100 followers last night. I'm only at 200. I need 300 right now.
Yeah.
And it's like that then plays with your self-esteem. But there's nothing like that for me growing up. It was maybe like, this person has a bigger igloo on Club Penguin. Like that was it. That was the biggest issue.
Eric's like, what?
You know Club Penguin?
I don't know what Club
Are
Penguin
you
is either,
kidding
bro.
me?
That game
Don't
with the
look at
penguins
me
that
like
always
that.
played on the computer.
What is Club Penguin?
You get igloos though? I don't remember that.
It was igloos. You had your own homes, right?
I don't know that. You're thinking of a different game, bro.
I was thinking of the penguin slide and one.
Nah, that's like an OG addictinggames.com.
By the way, I loved you guys on my buddy Rick Glassman's podcast.
Oh my god, I
dude,
love
that
you
was
on
a
all those
trip.
episodes.
Yeah.
Rick,
He sent me this. It's something special. I don't know what it means, but
oh,
he sent me
right,
this.
yeah. Like Rick is
Go-
so funny, and he,
Goblin?
and he
Oh,
was so
Goblin
proud of like singing with you.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
that
left that place with a migraine and I lost 3 pounds. of
I
sweat.
totally get it. Rick is a lot.
It's
It's a
intense.
lot,
It's
but it was
intense.
the best day ever too.
That's
so I was
good.
just like, guys, cancel everything tomorrow. I'm dead.
Yeah,
It's good.
That's so funny. I can't wait. He's gonna see this and be like, oh, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah.
No,
We-
he was like, I
but we
told
love
him,
you,
he's like,
Rick.
I'm
We
so
love you.
sorry.
Love you, Rick.
I love you,
Yeah,
Rick.
I don't
We can get Rick on this.
I don't
You'll
know
see.
you, Rick, but I love you.
Yeah, he's
Oh
he's
my
actually,
god, you're gonna love him.
yeah,
I don't
you're
know.
gonna love
He's
him.
so quick and so funny.
mastermind.
It's like intense. Yeah.
And he's autistic. autistic. So that's the thing that like
Yes,
adds.
I
to
didn't
it.
know that.
You brought him up. You
Yeah.
talked about him the other.
Yeah.
Okay, I know exactly.
Yeah.
What you're
You know,
talking
I have a personal question for you guys. If you want to answer, you don't have to answer. Because like I got engaged too. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. You guys see that?
Yes, congratulations.
Right. But you know, I am in this situation where it's like I feel like I've lived an entire life already. And now I'm going to start this new life, and she wants to have kids and all this kind of stuff. And I know you guys have experienced having an older dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say do it. What's the issue?
I don't know,
My dad had-
but you had that's why I'm also thinking about my health. I'm doing all this because I want to
Right,
last a
that's
long
why I'm
time.
proud of you.
You know what I mean? So how how was that for you guys? Like having like
It was
you
the
know,
best.
It was different for sure.
I mean, it's different. There are only a few things I was thinking about the other day because he used to have a limp really bad with a cane, and he used to be an older dad where my friends would be like, "Is that your grandpa?"
Right,
And I was like, "I grew up with like this pimp grandpa because he would wear jewelry too because he owned a jewelry store." And I was like, "Dude, dad picking us up must have been so crazy for other kids to see."
Yeah, it must have been wild. And he was always like playing like James Brown and
Yeah.
like that. It was definitely different.
awesome.
well, one of my favorite moments though, by the way, is like I remember you winning an award and your dad they cut to your dad and
The Grammy.
and I
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I teared up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Because we had gone to brunch and we had a more personal talk about this kind of stuff. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't know why I'm doing this. All about that bass, you know. And then so knowing you and then seeing that, I was just like, oh man, what a moment that must have been like.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we were all crying. I didn't think it would happen. I didn't write a speech. So I was just like,
You didn't think it was gonna happen?
Whoa.
no, I didn't write.
You had a 1 in 5 chance, woman. It was, of course, it could have happened.
I knew when I noticed that out of all the people nominated, I was the closest to the stage, and I started looking. I was like, that's us. Like, what was going on? But
Whoa.
yeah,
Okay, that's
my
kind
Oh
of.
dad
no!
and I-
Is that like a little inside secret? You just blown
I
the
don't
whole
know.
Grammy secret?
I still don't know, but I know that I was.
That was
the
just in
closest
her-
to the stage.
No,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
You know what? That's not true because it's like you know how like Taylor Swift has like season tickets to Grammy shows and stuff because she always has the same seats.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So maybe it was just like you just had some good seats.
Maybe I just had some good seats that year.
yeah,
I
so
don't
it
know.
takes
I
it.
had more hits that year. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But my dad and he always had the sweet thing. Everything I accomplished, he always like we would joke back in the day. Even if I got like a publishing deal, he'd be like, "You made it, baby," and I was like, "I'm famous, right? Like I made it. I'm successful." And finally, in that moment, he was crying and he whispered in my ear, like, "You made it, baby," and I was just like, "I'm a mess."
man, just Niagara Falls. Like
Wow.
Yeah,
you almost want
it
to
was
throat
over.
chop him. I gotta go on stage.
And he's like the best guest to bring to red carpets. He loves it. He loves the attention. And
Yeah,
that's
he's a
why you're
showman.
going to be
He's a
the
showman.
best dad. Man. You're like going to be the most fun.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, you know, I can't really fully speak on this because I'm still at the mindset I'm at, so I can't even think of like children right now. But I could see how you're saying like, you're living your life, you've done these things, you've understand the world that you've not only created for yourself, but the world that you're built, you know, that you're put into, and now you're creating a whole nother world for a whole other person.
It's just a lot.
It must be.
I mean, our
it's the
dad
best,
lived many lives though. He
Yeah.
had 2 divorces before my mom. Like
Two lives.
he was on the road.
Oh, he
for
was a
years.
pimp, huh?
He was a man. Yeah.
do you have half brothers and sisters?
We
Nah,
don't.
I mean,
and it's
I
Oh, that you
shocking.
know of, huh?
Yeah,
Not
we
that
don't know. We don't know.
It's
know.
shocking.
Because you know they're gonna
I
show
still
up.
have-
What's up, girl? How your sister?
I'm waiting for her on tour too. I was like, oh my God, who's gonna be in the meet and greets? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
And then I mean, I played a lot of sports growing up, and that was always interesting because he's got that limp, that bad leg. So he taught me prison rules at a very early age with basketball 1-on-1.
Oh wow.
Unfortunately, I would bring that to the court, and kids were like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You don't play prison rules." My dad
Yeah.
taught me prison rules.
we thought they were like legit.
what are
rules.
prison rules?
Well, it's like
So
you know,
it's
you,
like
he
when
would
you-
kick me in the nuts.
you
Yeah.
hitting people.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
no rules, like
Prison rules. Boom.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
bop 'em.
aggressive because
It's
he,
bad.
I was showing him up. I'm 10 years old. He's like, I
Yeah.
got to get this kid, and that
And
was the
he'd
only
be
way he showed
limping, and
me.
that's how he went. Or he'll like, yeah.
So playing like athletics, it's gonna get you know, it's a little trickier at
Not if
being an
you
older
keep,
dad.
like,
But if you
getting
keep doing what
fit,
you're
though.
doing, you're gonna be fine.
yeah.
So
that's-
like you're,
that's true.
but you're clearly the favorite though, right, Megan? I mean,
I thought you were talking to Ryan because he's actually the favorite.
That's who I thought you were
No.
talking to too.
No
'cause
way.
off of
Like-
what
No, like
Ryan just said.
Ryan-
is he the
Ryan,
favorite?
like,
Well, that's yeah. he is-
literally literally
Firstborn,
he got,
I don't know.
He could murder someone, and my parents would be like,
I could call mom and be like, "Yo, I gotta take care of something."
Yeah. They would do it.
Right.
Your dad's in the booth too, going whack. You know?
Like anytime he got in trouble like once with the police, and they were literally like, "Oh, should we drive him home to Papa?" And he called and was like, "Okay, great." Never got grounded. I was like, "Wait, the police? What happened?" You know?
Well, maybe he would have had a hit record and a Grammy if he had more discipline in that house.
No, I mean, listen, I broke all the rules. I didn't learn any lessons that he taught. I did learn lessons, but I always found out the hard way.
You're that guy.
I tried every instrument, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not pro." I quit. She just like stuck to it. Like she would just
still not pro, still doing it.
Yeah.
How many instruments do you play?
Learning along the way.
Me? Oh, I can pretend to play a bunch of them. I can play piano, guitar, ukulele because my fingers are so little. So that has been much easier.
I would like to see you do some songs with the ukulele. That'd be interesting.
They're all over YouTube. Check me out, bro.
I have to check that out. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna look at. We're gonna put the links in the description of this episode.
There it is.
The ukulele tracks right there.
You know what's so funny? She's so mad right now because she's like, "You need to like Google me."
I literally did my research.
Could you Google me?
I'm telling you, you guys can see.
Howard Stern just posted my ukulele video.
Right. Well,
I'm a very detail oriented man, and I'm usually like always doing my research on everyone right before they come on, and all.
And
this
I
stuff.
rely on you for this.
I know you rely on me for this. That's the thing. So that's why I feel like I failed not only you both, but Eric as well.
Yeah.
You know, like
so anyway, Mary, what is it again? Mabel,
Sarah, something.
Yeah.
If you're on a mission to be the best gift giver ever this year, it's never too early to start crossing off your list. Whether you're shopping for mom, dad, siblings, in-laws, or best friends, Uncommon Goods makes it so easy to find remarkable and truly original gifts for anyone. Uncommon Goods wants you to spend your holiday stress-free. So be sure to check out their selection of thousands of items today. I mean, here's just a few of them that I found on their site that I absolutely love. To start off, we got the Funny Food plastic-free produce bags to make sure you're not wasting plastic. We got the avocado huggers to make sure your avocados are nice and fresh. And also to just finish it off, we got the 100 movie scratch-off poster. You got to keep up with the cinema. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, who knows what holiday shopping will look like this season? And the unique gifts at Uncommon Goods can sell out fast. So be sure to shop now and get it taken care of early. No matter what they're into, Uncommon Goods has the perfect gift. From art to jewelry to kitchen, home, and bar, Uncommon Goods literally has something for everyone. Not the same lackluster gifts you could just find anywhere. Uncommon Goods literally looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the US. They have the most meaningful and out of the ordinary gifts anywhere, literally anywhere. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $2.5 million to date. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/gen2gen. That's uncommongoods.com/gen2gen. Again, that's UNCOMMONGOODS.com/gen2gen for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary.
All right, everybody. Just wanted to thank today's sponsor, Hubi, for taking care of this episode. Thank you, everyone at Hubi. I love you guys so much. They've been taking care of some episodes recently and some ones in the future. So thank you guys so much. It is a link in bio only platform. It is exclusive, invite only, and is a very customizable platform where you can put anything on there and in whatever way you want it. And I've had it in my bio for a long time. Jenna's had it in their bio for a long time. So be sure to follow Hubi on Instagram and all their other socials. You can see it in the description of the videos and the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everything as well. And they're going to be doing one extra for you guys. If you guys want to hop on, potentially, you can go to Hubi/waitlist/Matthew. So that's HOO.BE/waitlist/Matthew. Thank you again, Hubi, for sponsoring this episode. We love you. This weekend my girlfriend went home and she randomly is texting me like, oh my gosh, like I need you to come over right now. My apartment's flooding, all this stuff. So I'm racing over. I'm helping her clean out the entire closet because the only room it happened to flood in was her closet. So all the clothes were it was the worst thing. I'm like wringing out expensive clothes.
It sounds to me like it's just reason for her to go shopping more.
Dude, that was the last thing she was thinking about. She was so furious, and I had to be there for her, obviously. So yeah, my apologies on not doing my due diligence, but
Oh, you're
Okay,
good.
you're a
man.
good
That
boyfriend.
sounds-
You're an angel.
That's like a whole thing.
I'm
over there.
trying.
Yeah, and by the way, I was in Cabo when I got the email that you were going to be on the. That you guys were even going to be on the podcast. I saw the email today, like, oh, Meghan Trainor.
Yeah, I don't think I even told you.
You didn't even tell me. You didn't even tell me.
I think a long time ago too, I wanted to tell you this when I first found you on Twitch. I wanted you to play with my bros so bad that I was on your Twitch like for way too many minutes.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Just like commenting because you don't pay attention
Hey,
to your
excuse me. I'm in war, trainer. Okay, I'm on the battlefield.
Do you remember
She's
me?
gifting like 20
I'm literally
subs.
giving you money, bro.
Yeah, I know. I got it. Wait, then we did play. We play.
Yeah.
We
Now
play.
Now you play things.
Yeah, and then you're in there. Then everybody's kind of like. Then here's the thing, though. It's so they're so casual. You guys are like really down to earth and making you. It's all about you two. You're very much so down to earth. So my people are tripping out because they're like, "Wait, is that Meghan Trainor?" So now, and then she's just kind of like, "Hey guys, yeah, blah blah blah," and they're just like, "No."
Dude, you know what happened though when they welcomed me and they were like, "Just so you know, he doesn't read the chat," and I was like, "What?" They're like, "Just so you know, like, stop trying." I was like,
I'm going on today, and
Yeah.
I'm going off.
Your
You
chat
gotta
was
read
selling you
Because
out.
I do read chat. You know what I do? I give people timeouts that say that. You know, because
Really?
people go like, "Hey, does he read chat?" And I go, "Here's another needy, idiot. Some needy idiot. Time out." You know what I mean?
It's tough, bro. It's harder than people think. I mean, dude, when you game, you're very
No,
you don't
no,
read
no,
the
I
chat.
never
I
read the
have her
chat.
on my
Thank
Twitch,
you.
and she's like,
Ryan's just really good at it. So whenever I comment on his thing and he like,
Oh well, this
says,
guy.
"Oh my god, thanks, sis," I'm like, "He noticed me."
Well,
you know, it's a great
but
feeling.
let me tell you some weird stuff about Ryan though. You'll be on at like 4:00 in the morning, just for some reason. You'll get a notification. Ryan Trainor is just chat, and I go to his thing secretly, and he's like having deep conversations with weirdos all over the country. Just weirdos. He just brings them in, and they're just like, "Yeah, so Ryan, I'm."
it was crying with Ryan, bro. That's
Crying
what
with Ryan.
Yeah,
We
it's
have-
so-
I think that's
yeah.
kind of cool though, because there's a certain vibe or emotion or energy that happens at that time of the day or time of the night. You know, like for me, like I get very creative or in my feels, and then that makes me then creative, and then so I feel you on that.
Yeah, but check him out. Like,
100%.
what's your chat? What's your
3
Twitter?
bottles of Red
What's your
Bull.
Twitch, Ryan?
Ryan Trainor, just Ryan.
It's just
Trainor.
Ryan Trainor. Perfect.
Ryan
And
Trainor.
and I'm Eric Griffin Gaming. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I tried that. I mean, that was definitely during my like heavy drinking time. So we don't do
Yeah.
that anymore. It's
But that was
earlier.
also a reason why we wanted to do a podcast because
Yeah.
he was like, I was like, "Are you getting comfortable yet with the microphone and the camera?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm comfortable here now." So
And you
was
also,
like-
and I also like just to be 100 about it too. It's like you're a mom. We're still in a pandemic. It's like how can we just be at home and like monetize our personalities and everything about it?
Literally.
And it's just like I
Also-
totally get that. You know?
Mhm.
isn't this
True.
also amazing therapy?
Yes.
Like every time.
Yeah.
It's such
Oh
good.
yeah.
Yeah. Why do we
Everything
have to
that
be?
you-
Why do we have to be on a camera to have a deep conversation, Megan?
I mean,
You don't text me.
You don't text me anymore. I don't ever talk. We went
You
to
don't read
brunch.
my chat.
We went to brunch one
I think
time.
you got a new
One
number. I'm trying to.
time.
I don't know.
Yeah.
the wrong
I have
number.
some old. You know what's funny? I have
You have
all.
my number.
I have all old numbers on my phone. I have like a old Justin Bieber number that doesn't even work
I got
anymore.
like 4 of those now.
You know what I mean? It's
Every
like,
week.
You know,
it's
I got
like-
an old Meghan Trainor number. It's like, who are these people
You
now?
don't know till you go to text it, and then it goes green. You're like, got it.
Got it. Never talk to them again.
So, question for you, Ryan. So, had you noticed when you were saying how Megan, how you were saying like, oh, are you more comfortable now? Had you noticed a shift? Did you like with no audience or with an audience? Had you noticed you were talking differently because you don't have that live chat there? Or how, you know what I'm saying? How did that dynamic
Oh, how
have
to
its
like
role?
transfer over to the podcast?
Yeah, because you don't have that
Well-
live chat to kind of bounce off of sometimes.
Well,
I mean, it's
well,
just-
how is it in sobriety too? Tell
That's the
follow it
part.
up with that.
Yeah, that's
That's the hardest. Like my identity was just me with a drink in my hand for
That's so interesting.
10 years, you know?
Mhm.
So I had to, figure out how to be a person sober. And then, but talking to Megan's really easy. And our podcast is pretty much like our therapy. I mean,
Mhm.
it's funny. There's funny moments, but a lot of it's pretty serious. We talk about some interesting topics. For
Episode 3, I think it is. We talked about your sobriety, and he's never been to therapy really, and he doesn't want to do it. So there's a moment in it you can hear like we had a technical difficulty, and he gets up and he looks at me and he's like, "I hate this. I don't want to do this." And I can see him like sweating a little, and I'm like, "It's okay. Just sit down." Like he had full panic.
You know what's funny you say that is because I was gonna say I feel you uncomfortable even right now through this Zoom. No, for real. Because I understand like when he said that about like figuring out who he is as a sober person. I can tell that like you feel like there must be some shame to that. There must be some like thinking like, damn it, who was I and what am I now? And like, so just for people who are dealing with the same thing, like it's okay. I'm telling you that it's okay that it's hard. It's okay that you feel a certain thing. You know what I mean? It's really
also,
okay.
I mean, you guys are just really important people, and I just don't want to step on anybody's
toes.
No,
man. This is a safe space.
Yeah.
Hey, man, this is a safe space. You know this. You know what I mean?
But that's a very real thing, though.
Yeah,
I think
but I appreciate you.
He was social butterfly. I could throw him in any situation and they would all fall in love with him. I would always see people again. They'd be like, "Where's your fun bro?" Yeah. And so I think it took him a minute to be like, am I not going to be fun because I'm not the party guy now? You know?
I mean, I'll still go out with my friends from time to time, much less now for sure. Cause it's pretty annoying. They're all like, "How do you do it?" I kind of want to do it. It's like, it's a lot, but I'm still social enough. I realize I'm like, I didn't need to black out drink every single time. Like I didn't need to do that. It just kind of reassured that for sure. I just now like I leave the party at a correct time. Before it was like until the next day.
And you wake up where you went to sleep.
Yeah, literally. And without a splitting headache.
Yeah. And a stranger. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I get it.
That part.
Yeah. No, but good. Listen, man, honestly though, listen, for real, good for you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's going to be a long journey. I think you're always going to feel like that. But at a certain point, I think you're going to feel comfortable with yourself. And I understand that there's a stigma to therapy. I understand that people have a certain thing about it. But I'm just per my own personal experience with therapy, therapy doesn't solve your problems. It helps you pinpoint reasons why things happen or the choices that you make.
Oh, wow. That's a good way to look at that.
And a professional can recognize patterns. So you'll be talking about something and you'll just be like, and a professional will be like, you know what? I've seen this before and this might be because of your mom or because of your father or because of this, because of that. And then it's not going to help you solve it, but what it's going to help you do is you'll start to recognize it. So then you'll be like, ooh, I'm feeling that feeling that I feel. And now I know I could, because once you know, you can't unknow what you know. Mm-hmm. And so I really do just think about it. I'm not going to, pressure you into getting therapy. But what I'm telling you is you might have a perception of therapy that isn't correct. And I think it'll change your life.
I mean, I forgot that I had a little bit of counseling in college because I made a mistake. I blacked out and hit the button that you're not supposed to press. That's like the button's just for a girl or someone in a lot of trouble, right? And I pressed it because I was like, I need help finding my dorm. And they're like, what are you doing? So then they're like, you have to do community service. You have a drinking problem. Here's a counselor. Right. And I'd forgot that until recently. And that was actually, I enjoyed talking to her. She was cool. So maybe
once you get a cool person, you're like,
well,
oh my God,
but you know what though? I do understand that there is something uncomfortable about being vulnerable
to someone you don't even know.
Yes.
That's that for me. Like I'm not against it. I'm not against it, but I've never personally, and maybe I think once or twice when I was like in middle school, but overall, like I think that's the thing for me is like I don't know them. They don't know me.
That's the best part.
Thank you, Megan. Okay, let me say.
That's the best part. Listen,
go ahead.
Stranger, and you go, "Hey, stranger," here's my thing, and they go, "Wow, that must be so hard." And you're like, "It is."
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about it.
That's a good perspective. Actually.
But here's the thing about it too. Like, let's say you're trying to have a deep talk with your girlfriend. Okay, there are things you can't say to your girlfriend. You always have to think about her feelings. That's just what it is in a relationship. So you can't be real and honest and deep as you think you can because it's going to be this idea that like, I don't want to hurt this person. A therapist, you don't I don't care what. You know what I mean? It's like you really can like, and you're intellectualizing these issues that you have in a way that you can discuss it without having to like. There's no guilt about, oh, am I making you feel bad or them or not feeling understood?
But why would my girlfriend feel bad if I'm telling her things about me?
You'd be surprised. Okay.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because you might say something to your girlfriend like you think it's about you, and then she'll say, "Are you feeling this way because of something I did?"
Okay, good point.
Good point. Is it because of me that you're blah, blah, blah? Oh my god! And now you have to be like this. No, baby, it's not big. Now you have to deal with this. You know.
Watch it, Eric. With this what?
There's a mom here. There's a mom here.
But
so,
yeah, no, it's a safe place. They sign like an NDA basically, and they sign a contract. Like they can't even, if you see them in person, they can't even come up and say hi to you because it's a breach of privacy. Or whatever. Yeah. So it's literally, you can say anything to them as long as you're not in
and by the
danger.
way, and it's so easy right now with like online therapy, like BetterHelp.
BetterHelp, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, we all got BetterHelp.
We love
BetterHelp.
We all love BetterHelp.
Yeah, so we all have a code. We'll put it in the thing. But like, so what I'm saying too is a good thing about that is like sometimes you might meet someone and you might have an uncomfortable vibe. What's good about therapy now is that you can be like, thank you, and then you can move on.
Move on to the next person.
Let me swipe right on another therapist. You know what I mean? So
it's hard to find a good
you know what I'm saying? But Ryan, I encourage it, man. I encourage it because I could tell the struggle that you're going through because I have somebody in my life who's like a brother to me. I consider him my brother. He's an alcoholic, you know, and he's going through it right now in recovery of being an addict. And when you're an addict, you're always an addict, and it's something and it's something that like you know, it's a coping mechanism for other things, and you want to find out what are those other things. Why am I doing this? Why did I do this? Why am I feeling this way? And then when you don't have it anymore, you sit there and you're like, oh man, how do I can't self-medicate anymore. So now what do I do?
Exactly.
So I get you, and what I'm saying is a proper therapist will actually that will be the coping mechanism until you get your own.
All right.
And that too.
Yeah. Wait, me?
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah. I've definitely thought about it. I think at the end of the day,
he got. You see how uncomfortable he got?
Okay. Well, I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't talk to as many people as I used to. Just in the past like 5 years alone, I'm definitely to myself a lot more.
Well, you got trust issues.
Yeah, but also like there's. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
No, but just listen.
We all do.
We all do, and I get
it.
Look at the position that you're in, like all of you. You know what I mean? Like think about it. Even myself. Like you're. It's like it's like any person you meet now. It's like, are they just talking to me because I'm Matthew Espinoza?
Yeah.
Or are they genuinely interested in me? It's like is it always about the base?
Cool
you know what I mean?
There are therapists out there that actually also work with celebrities or work with different areas in your job. So I asked for someone who specifically works in like celebrities that are also moms. And I literally found a therapist.
That's cool.
Who is just she's like helping me with feeling guilty if I have to go to work for 12 hours and don't get to see my baby. Like they have different categories, which is also really cool.
But I feel like Megan, I think we're the same in this. I feel like you're curious. You know, like I love therapy because of I'm just really curious.
Yeah, I'm always asking questions.
Yeah,
like,
I love when something comes up.
My mental health, I'm on antidepressants that I got like 4 years ago. And I feel like because I asked for help, I was like, yo, I'm vibrating, like my back's on fire. What's going on? I asked every doctor and they're like, oh, you're having panic attacks and you're in panic disorder because your chemicals are off. And I was like, oh my God, I would love to have an answer. That was beautiful. Thanks for telling me. Now I know why I'm freaking out.
Exactly.
And then I got medicine and it literally saved my life. And I'm like, never had a panic attack since. Yeah. I'm like, help me.
Yeah, it's like there's so many times that, you go, what triggers us? Like, that's the thing. We don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. We don't know why am I triggered by whatever it is. And again, a therapist is only there to help you connect the dots. Mm-hmm.
Well, for me too, how you were talking, how you're very curious, you're asking a lot of questions. I am doing that all the time. And for me, like I'm usually the youngest in majority of like any friend group I'm in, just because I'm the youngest of all my siblings. So growing up, I'd always be hanging out with all my siblings' friends, and that just that's where it led me. And I'm always asking them questions. I'm always being like, well, what would you do in this scenario if this happened? Like, would you have done it a different way? And
Art.
Yeah, that's another one too. Art definitely
But
helps
when
out.
you start getting curious about
Wait,
yourself,
what? Did you say art?
She said smart.
I said smart.
Oh, I thought you said art. I was like, yeah, art works too. I love that. That is.
yeah, he just had a moment like, has Meghan Trainor lost her mind?
No, I thought it was random, but worked. I was like, art, yeah, it does work too, as well as talking with older, people. That works as well.
But I'm saying when you start getting curious about yourself, that's when you start to get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to be curious about things that you want to do that you're interested in. It's easy to be curious about, like, hey, Megan, tell me about your stuff. And then now we could sit back and just look and be like, ooh, tell me.
And digest it all.
Digest.
Yeah.
But when it turns into like, so Matt, why are you this way? Or why do you feel? That's when you start to go, oh, I don't know if I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
This is making me uncomfortable. Let's go back to it. Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's to see it. I love that feeling too. Like, I'm all about like, ooh, is it because of this? Like, I had I'll tell you something. My first time in this with the therapist that I went with a few years ago, because my issues is boundary issues, and my therapist told me this. She said, Erik, you have a exaggerated sense of responsibility. And I was hooked because I knew exactly what she meant.
Elaborate.
I take everyone's problems in. I feel like I'm responsible for my family and my friends. I feel like I'm responsible for my mom. I feel like I'm responsible for whoever's in my life. I feel even responsible for you now that we're doing this. I just have that. I want to make sure you're happy and okay, but I can't take on everybody's responsibility. And then what ends up happening is it becomes boundary issues. I don't know how to say no. That's how you get taken advantage of. Exactly. And it's when you don't know how to say no, like we all have boundary issues.
But is that just too much empathy?
It's about understanding. Listen, you that's how we surface level think about it. It's like, well, if I don't have empathy, I'm a bad person. And
I think there's a balance to it, right?
Like the balance, finding out what that balance is we're not always equipped for that balance.
Yeah. We don't know that balance.
And by the way, especially when you have an addict in your life, because it's so easy for people to say, kick them out. It's so easy for people to be like, you got to let him hit rock bottom. But it's like, I love this person.
Yeah.
So it's finding that balance and understanding it and all that. That's what is the hard part. But boundary issues are important because, especially like when you're like you guys, Megan, you're doing all right. You got money. You know what I mean? You're good. You live a blessed. You're doing it right. You live in a blessed life. And so you don't want to start being one of these people that feels guilty about everybody's sob story, because I bet everybody's like, Megan, everybody in your life got $3,000 problems. You know what I mean?
I had a friend once say, "Can you send a helicopter to come pick me up?" I was like, "What makes you think I have a helicopter?"
Helicopter money is way different.
I was like, "I ain't got that money."
Yeah, I don't got helicopter money. You know what I mean?
It's such a casual thing. Like, oh yeah, can you come grab this helicopter for me? Like,
but if you're somebody that really takes that in of being like, well, I want to be a people pleaser. I want to make sure everybody's okay. That becomes troublesome because you start to feel guilty. Yeah. You start to feel like,
I feel so guilty.
Right, exactly. So,
and you also with therapy, you can learn that like, oh, my mom is the same way.
Right. Oh yeah.
So like my mom and I both enabled Ryan for like years because we just like worship him and love him. And I'm like, well, I don't want him to. That's the hard part. I would tell on him to my mom, she wouldn't punish him because she didn't want him to be mad at me. And he's like, I wish you got mad at me. I wish I was in trouble.
I think I got a problem.
You see the vicious cycle? But what I'm saying is that's a vicious cycle of like, and you know what? Everybody's justified because they feel like, well, we love him and we're just trying to take care of him. That's the justification right there for like a behavior that you don't understand how to control. And so therapy will
Eric,
help.
take
Therapy.
us to church.
I'm just saying,
therapy
will help you. I just because I care about you, Ryan. And I've seen this. I know what you're going through. I really do. I have empathy for what you're going through. And I know that, you got to take the steps. Like, we can't force you. That's another thing, too. It's like you've been in this position already. I bet you've even been to rehab before, too. I bet you've even done, you haven't?
No, this is just all on my own. Like,
okay, well, that's good. That's good to hear because what I'm saying is like, well, you don't want to be pressured. Because that's what happens too. Like a lot of people that are addicts, like they go, well, I got to go do this because my family's making me do it. And then you have that and you're not really doing it for yourself. All this stuff that you're going through right now, everything that you're about to go through, that you're going through right now is for you. It ain't for her. It ain't for your nephew. It ain't for your family. It's for you. Because for you to be the best version of yourself is going to be what's best for everybody around you. And so until you can get past the guilt of feeling like I'm not and blah, 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 all that stuff, you're going to be all right. But just make it a personal journey. It's just like the airline, man. It's like the airplane. What do they say? You put the gas mask on yourself first.
Yes, I use that all the time.
Yeah, boom. See? You know what I mean?
Same
Eric,
page, bro.
we should hang out more.
I know, but you're too famous. I'm a mom now. You know
I'm a mom. I'm busy.
So during actually, because I actually have a question about that. You know, during those 9 months in general, you know, obviously outside of COVID, there's a certain routine I feel like pregnant moms will, you know, do. But did you notice there was it was obviously maybe harder or easier because you don't actually have to go out during that time?
He's saying, how fat did you get? No, kidding.
No, that's
I did
that
pretty
is
good,
not
but
what I'm
yeah,
asking.
it was a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, you were pregnant during the pandemic! Like, what a nightmare! How horrible was that?" We planned it, and it was actually kind of great for us because I could be like, "I can't see you, I'm pregnant," you know.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was asking. I feel like it actually might have been better.
Yeah, well, also you're not living in a 2-bedroom condo in Reseda either. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. So I'm sure it was like really nice.
We booked and we blessed.
Yeah.
Yes. So it was wonderful for us. But like being in the hospital room was tight. It was tiny and it was really nice not having to worry about, because I would have had like 18 people in that room while I was pushing if it happened to be like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. And how do you think
everybody, they would have been in a circle? Push!
Like when I didn't know that I had to do a C-section, I was like, should I just do a home birth so that we could all be together and
I was supposed to film it.
I was
It
like,
was going to be a goddamn disaster.
Oh, no.
Like literally the scene from Workaholics,
Wow.
she in a hot tub. Yeah.
A hot tub birth? Oh, no.
Yes, I wanted that, but it's okay. We got a C-section. It was fine.
Hey,
You're
healthy
gonna be
baby.
great.
That's all that matters.
You're going to be great.
Yeah, he great.
That's awesome. How old is he now?
He's 8 months old.
Wow, this is all fresh.
Wow. So have you noticed?
So the pandemic hit and you were like, put a baby in me.
No, because we were like, I was supposed to go on tour with Maroon 5, and so we planned like, okay, I'll finish tour and then knock me up, like get me pregnant. And then the pandemic hit, we couldn't go on tour anymore. I was like, this might be a sign, like we're stuck here. Do it, you know?
Do it.
You make it seem like you were just bent over a couch like, come on, get me pregnant.
No, you know? Yeah, it was very like, get it
So, wait, it's so funny. Sorry, Ryan, for that visual.
Sounds like Ryan is. I feel so bad for Ryan right now.
I would walk around the house and I would go, guys, if I'm getting pregnant, it's happening right now. Like that, I'd be that open about it.
It was my nightmare.
Yeah.
Did you like put your headphones on? Like every noise you heard, it was like, no.
Now,
Luckily, our rooms are far
Our
apart.
rooms are
Again,
very far
nice
apart.
house.
Yes.
nice house. They're going back to the nice house.
Yeah.
So, had you guys already lived together prior to quarantine? Because you guys were already making music, right? I'm guessing prior to obviously all that.
Yeah.
We started out in Park La Brea, man.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
We did. Like, we earned our houses, but we
you
we
did
started
it.
at Park La Brea.
You know,
That's
I still
so-
want to make. I remember I
Wow,
told you
that's
this
amazing.
before, Megan, but I was like, you know, because I remember on my first special I did, I have a joke about like, there's no like, it's hard to be a fat guy because there's no male empowerment songs on the radio.
I know. I
you
love
know,
this.
there's no all about that bass for dudes. You know what I mean?
But it was for everyone.
Yeah, was it?
It was for me only, and then the world took it. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey, that's most important though, right there. It was for me only, and the world took it. I loved that
Yeah.
right there. That
Well,
was, that
listen,
was awesome.
I know that you're on a time crunch, or you're having such a good time, you don't care about whatever you have to do.
I have nothing else.
All right, good. Well, we were told that you had a hard out. You know what I mean?
That's to
45.
protect me. They're like, let's not keep it around.
She's
Oh,
actually
was that like a publicist's foot over there that I saw? It's like some publicist monster over there. It's like, Megan, we have to go, Megan. We have to go.
She's scarred from Rick Glassman, bro. That
Rick
was-
Glassman,
it.
man. He
I
had me
got
in there
you.
for 5 hours.
I got
1
you.
to 5 p.m.
I got you.
Is that really how long the?
No, but he just does a lot, you know, and he's very, like I said, he's a germaphobe. So like there's a whole thing. You have to sit on a couch. You have to take your shoes off.
You haven't watched it? Take your shoes off. It's the best.
I'm gonna send it
It's
to him.
called Take Your Shoes
Yeah,
Off.
it's like take your
Oh my
shoes
Yeah.
off.
Lord,
Okay.
don't say
Here
any
we
of
go.
this.
Oh,
He's going to be like, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, he loves.
I kind of
like,
like though that I haven't seen it because it kind of when he comes on
You
or if he
can
comes
binge
on,
yeah, he will. I'm gonna get him on. 'cause
I'll
now we
definitely-
have to get him on.
Watch our
because-
episode. It's good.
Yeah, it is good. It
now
really
I'm
is
hooked.
good.
Now I have to watch.
And he's so proud of singing with you. I got to tell you, because he showed me. Yeah, he was like, "Dude, look at this. This is great. You know, we made the song," and it was like
He was hyped.
I went in and I was like, I'm not singing, and then we wrote a whole song.
I sat down. I was like, "Come on, Megan, let's just write a little something." For him.
It's so funny, like because you don't even know how to be a diva. That's the funny part about it. You know, she's like, "I'm never gonna do this," and she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it."
I'm you. I have no boundaries.
I know. By the way, I've worked on it. I'm all about no now. It's like when somebody asks you for something, and let me give you a little tip. If somebody asks you for something and they say it like this, hey, is it okay if I ask a favor? You say this, it's okay. As long as it's okay, I say no.
Ooh. Wow.
Okay. If it's okay, if it's,
like
you
that.
can ask me as long as I can say no. If it's okay if I say no, then we're good. Because sometimes it's not okay. But you know what? And if it's not okay, then you know this ain't a person that should be in your life anyway, or if we're asking you for stuff.
I can't even say that. I'd be way too afraid.
Way too afraid.
Yeah, as long as I could say no, please.
Yeah, you feel like somebody's
Then
gonna
they're
backhand
just like,
you.
you know what, Megan? Never mind. I don't need that favor. You know what? Just never
work on
mind.
it.
No, but I wouldn't. I don't know how I would ever say that, Eric. You're a strong-willed person, man.
Well, I mean, it's hard. I'm just telling you, it's like
I wouldn't be like. I mean, if I could say no.
Yeah.
And they're like, I was gonna ask if you could.
No, you know when somebody's coming at you with some. You know when somebody's hitting you with the like, hey man, can you, you already know.
That's true.
What I'm telling you is like it's totally. We all test boundaries. We've been doing it our whole lives. As children, we test boundaries. It never stops. Even in adulthood, people will test your boundaries. Yeah. So a real friend is somebody you can say, nah. Then you'll be like, I get it. And we can still be friends.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing wrong with it. That's real friendship. That's real. A strong human being in your life is okay with you being like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah. I mean, and it's the same theory with like when you haven't seen someone for a while. I hate this. When you don't see a friend for a long time, and even if it's just 6 months, right? And they're like, man, I haven't seen you in forever. And then things are different now. And it's a little bit weird. You're like, whoa. Time shouldn't have a factor in this. Obviously, I'm doing my thing right now. You're doing your thing. People get busy. People have to do things.
Yeah, when they take it personally, and I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about you. Yeah,
I'm not.
Like I wasn't purposely avoiding you.
I'm not going out of my way to not get brunch with you on that Tuesday.
Yeah, it's called indifference. It's called indifference.
Yeah, and that's
it's also the hard part of growing up because then you just lose friends like easy, and you're like, oh, that's what growing up is that nobody warns you about. Of like you just people change and like. Your friends change. Right now, my besties are my bro and my mommy and my husband and my fam because
I get it.
I feel like that's where I'm at right now too. Where do you think that shifted? Was that within the past few years, or was that just once you really started getting into the industry?
Like really in the industry when I was allowed to finally bring my family with me. Like when I started calling the shots of like, you want me to go to Germany tomorrow? Cool. My bro needs to be on the plane.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm going
to Germany.
But you
sick.
But you probably still put his ass in coach though, right?
Yeah, all my babies fly coach. No, sorry. First class.
Bro.
No, I'm just teasing. No,
always put me in first class.
That's
that's the issue though. When I'm going on my honeymoon was a family moon because I brought everybody.
I'm the same way. I just had my birthday. She said,
It was
not like that, bro.
It was 1 week alone. Poor. I was like, I need my bros.
Nobody even like walks by her room because they're just gonna hear like Meghan Trainor on her honeymoon.
No, we also ain't.
I don't know why I'm saying your first and last name all the time.
What is this?
So like, it's funny you say that because how you're like bringing your family everywhere. I just had my birthday in July and I brought well, my whole family minus my two brothers because they were both busy. But I brought my sister and my parents to Vegas with me for like 4 days. And to see my parents at their first ever Vegas clubs, like they had never been in these clubs in Vegas before, and it was so cool. And some people are like, man, like, why are you going to bring your family? Like, don't you want to be the man and all that stuff? I'm like, I don't care what they think. Like, if for instance, if a girl is looking at me, and this was before I was in my relationship,
let's make that very clear. Let's put that out there. This was before the relationship.
Because I mean, I did talk about my girlfriend in this episode. So people are going to be like, wait, what do you mean? Why are you worrying about if a girl's looking at you at the club?
Player.
No, I'm a very respectful, man and all that aspect. But, I was like, I don't care what they think. I don't care if these girls don't want to hang out with me or want to hang out with me because I have my parents. Like, I love my family so much. I want to be with them.
By the way, guys, okay, I've known Matt a little while now.
Here we go.
And so I think it was your 18th birthday.
Yes.
So Matt had a super big Hollywood Hills birthday party where you had to have wristbands for his 18th birthday.
That's pretty standard for most events.
I've never had a wristband party.
You think it's pretty standard? Justin Bieber was there, by the way, too. By the way,
Or
that was why we had the wristbands. But where were you gonna go with that?
I was just saying, like, it's like he's as down to earth as he is. He's still like bougie fancy too.
I like bougie
I know he
fancy.
bougie.
Yeah, he's very.
I'm a
bougie.
little-
He's
cool, though.
from that, it's
Live it up.
cool.
You gotta
He's-
live it
he's
up.
that
Yeah, yeah,
Vine famous,
You
man. You
know?
know what I mean? The OG.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
He's
on
got
the
that
internet
hardcore
before.
thing.
Yeah,
you know,
like if he's like could have been friends with George Clooney in another life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I could see that.
Yes.
Yeah,
I could see
he'd be
that.
that guy. You'd be like one of
Also,
those.
just like I took my family to Bora Bora because I was like, when am I ever gonna go to Bora Bora again?
I get it. You know what?
Vegas,
Right?
I totally get
like,
that. Yeah, I
4
mean,
days in Vegas.
4 days in Vegas.
Yeah,
is exhausting.
That's a long time. And also, my parents they live in Virginia, so like we all just kind of met in Vegas.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, that's
that was the
awesome.
thing.
he's got a
about
beautiful family. You know, he's got a beautiful family. His dad's
Thank you.
Argentina, right?
Colombia.
Colombia. I knew it was
Close
something like
close
that.
Yes,
enough.
I knew that.
He's like, so that's why he's
awesome.
got this, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I did all my research.
He's a little spicy. Okay, tone it down, trainer. Okay.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, tone it down. Look at the guilt trip she's giving us.
I'm new to this.
She's like, I hired a PI. And
Eric, when are you trying to make a baby?
well,
I got tips and tricks.
She wants to get married first, you know, even though I'm always
Okay.
trying to get her pregnant.
Yeah.
Put her on
You
the
got the
prenatal
exclusive
vitamin.
scoop here.
yeah. So she wants to we're thinking June-ish was when she wants to get married. So look out for that invitation.
There,
I
yeah,
will.
okay. There's prenatal vitamins you could take that but it takes like 2 months for them to really kick in.
Okay,
So
I'll keep that in mind.
try
So like you're saying like
prenatal vitamins.
April, May-ish.
I went to April, Mayish. Yeah.
I gotta start. I'll crush them up and put them in her tea. I won't even tell her. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Take this, baby. That's all you have to do.
What is this? It's some magic tea from Meghan Trainor. It's the Megan Van brand of
Yeah.
vitamins. That'd be great. You should actually go into your own
And,
prenatal
like, no
vitamins.
smoking pot and just like being chill.
Yeah, well, that's something she's working on. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
What are you saying for Eric?
I don't smoke.
Your
I don't smoke
sperm-
pot.
You want to smoke pot? Okay,
No,
you
no, no.
great
Yeah, I
because
don't-
it
I don't do
really
pot.
it takes down your sperm count for sure.
I'm actually been doing good. I go to this place called Next Health, you know, and so like I did a baseline blood test, so I found out about my vitamin D deficiency. I found out all these things, so that's the stuff I've been working
Wow.
on. You know, I've been working
You
on
ever
that
done
stuff.
a DEXA scan?
No, I haven't done that one. What's
A
that one?
DEXA scan?
It's like you lay on this big machine and it tells you like your body fat. to
Oh
your
no, I do
muscle.
that. They have one where they have that there too, where you hold these two things and you have to stand like
Yeah,
like
it's one of
an A.
those.
Yeah. I've done all that. I do that
So
all.
cool.
that
It
stuff
tells you
there.
like your metabolic.
Yeah.
all
I-
that stuff when you're sitting, like how many calories you lose in a day just from being you.
Yeah, I have it on my. I have the
Whoa.
results on my refrigerator that I've been going through this for like over a year and a half, and so I love seeing the
proud of you.
numbers. I love seeing the numbers. Where I'm like, damn, I'm really been working on it, but I'm still working on it.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Mhm.
You know, so it's a hard work. You know, it's hard
It's
work,
hard.
especially at my
It's harder
age.
doing this than being pregnant. Like this is a mental,
To f-
physical.
Yeah. I
Right.
mean, just to focus on your health on a consistent, regular basis in general is difficult, you know, and I
It
know
is.
that it does sound bratty. I don't even know if that's, no, not bratty, but like it sounds like
Come on, sounds like 2 words.
something.
Doing charades here.
Something 2 words. No, but it just sounds like I don't even know what the right word. Childish to say like, oh, it's hard to work on your own health, but at the end of the day, like it is hard to
Yeah.
have that
Yeah.
consistent
because
focus.
again, you know what?
Even if you're just like, oh, it's the weekend, what's so wrong with me eating a pizza right now? You know, like things
I
like
got
that.
But check this out. You know
Yeah.
what it is? But to button this all together, it's about building good habits, which will help you in therapy. And this is the thing. That's what I'm saying. It's like, because that's what you're trying to learn. How do I have it? Because before we've trained ourselves with bad habits, whether it be me, whether it's like eating bad, whether it's Ryan, when it was like I'm drinking. And it's like, that's like part of life. It's like, it's a habit. It's hard to break. So it's also hard to start new habits. Like you didn't become an alcoholic overnight. It took like years. So to become a good, healthy person, it's going to take that long too.
Right.
But I feel like it's also a sense of not being so hard on yourself yourself and just accepting sometimes if you're like, yeah, I'm gonna have that piece of pizza and I'm gonna enjoy it and it's gonna be great and I'm gonna do this.
It's so easy for it's easy for the 24-year-old in shape guy to say, sometimes you gotta have a pizza.
No, I'm gonna put a pin in that to address that.
This guy farts and he loses 6 pounds. You know what I mean?
You're that guy that poops 2 pounds.
Right. It's like, I'm good.
No, I mean,
my six-pack is just back for some reason. I don't even know what I did. That's you.
No,
wait till 30 hits, buddy. I can't wait to be around. I can't wait till he's gonna be like, hey, what's going on here? It's just gonna happen, bro. You'll see. That little metabolism is gonna shut down. I can't wait.
He's put like a voodoo hex on.
I can't wait.
Thanks for the awesome positive vibes you're manifesting over to me and my life.
I can't wait till that second shin comes in. I'm gonna be right there.
Oh wow, bring it all in.
Ryan, I'm like, I can't wait till your metabolism stops.
Yes, bring it all in. I mean, I'm
wait.
already very on point with. For the most part, I try to keep up with my health. Like honestly, like this is probably gonna sound crazy, but like every 3 or 4 months, I like getting blood work done, just to check in.
That's good.
I love it.
You just to check in.
I told you he's like 68. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like such an old soul, man.
Like,
you know what I mean?
what's so wrong with just being like, hey, what are my levels looking like, Doc?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
he's
saying?
got freaking coupons.
Wait, how many times do you do that?
I tried doing like 3 to 4, like every 3 to 4 months, like. And same thing with the dentist too. Like I like going to the dentist like every 3 to 4 months. Just I like keeping up with it. And like even to the point where and we were talking about this right before we got on this episode. I had my first IV the other month. Like IV drip things. I was like, they have all these immune boosters and all this stuff.
I do that.
Yeah.
I do it twice a month. I go get
I
get you know.
those.
By the way, though, but here's the funny thing about it is he's afraid of needles, so he passes out.
Yeah.
So is Daryl.
So is my husband.
So I've gotten, but I've gotten better at
terrible.
it because of the amount of times I'll get my blood work done and all that stuff. I figure out this trick where I'll like pinch myself somewhere else while they do it because like it won't hurt as much.
That's adorable.
And then
You know
because
what?
I'm going alone, I don't
have to go with you now because I want to film this.
Okay.
Eric, you need to just like bite his
But you know
arm,
I'm gonna make it worse though. Oh my God, that needle is so big.
No.
You have
I have to see you pass out.
Yeah. Thanks, Eric.
Not
Appreciate
really.
it. You're like, you're gonna get a double chin. I can't wait to see you pass out. This is gonna be great. Manifest.
Dude,
manifest.
that's great content.
I'm been getting so good at not looking at the needle, when they do it. And then, so now I'm good with getting my blood drawn. My first and only time I've had my IV, like they put it in and like, okay, so this is going to be in you for the next like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I'm like, I got it. Okay, cool. Now I know, do not look at my arm for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, don't look at it.
Of course he's gonna look at it.
I tried so hard. I was good for like 5 to 10 minutes and I'm like, I'm good. I'm grown now. I can do this. It's been already there now.
I'm a big boy.
I'm a big boy.
I'm a big boy.
So I look down. The instant moment I look down, I can start feeling all the blood rush to my head, like my eyes. I'm not able to really see anything more. And I literally said to the person who just did it to me, I was like, okay, here we go. And I just just gone. And I'm like waking up and I like don't know where I'm at and all this stuff. And they're like, Matthew, are you okay? Are you okay?
And
I'm
they're
like,
nervous because they're thinking liability.
yeah, they're thinking
They don't
liability.
even care about your health. They're just like, oh my God, we killed Matthew Espinoza.
No, it was terrifying. I don't even know how we got on that topic. Oh yeah, health. But yeah, I've been trying to keep up with my health. The thing is, I'm in preventative care.
That is
Thank you.
What I'm Preventative care is what we need to be preaching.
I was 20. Yes.
Yeah, I wish I did it earlier too. Yeah,
Me too. You.
Yeah, I'm just because
Preventative
also with my
care-
face too. Like I'm very expressive. I'm doing all this stuff, so I'm always putting moisturizer on and stuff on my eyes and all this
Because you're
stuff.
vain.
No, because I'm not vain.
You're
Because I'm an
so
actor.
vain.
You're an angel.
I'm
You
just-
always look 5 years old.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Thank
He
you.
has the
But
best
you know
little
what?
baby face.
Preventative care.
Preventative
We
care,
don't
man.
preach this enough.
Mhm.
And Ryan, you know what else is preventative care?
Therapy. You're gonna say it again, and I know it.
Therapy.
I'm so
got
happy,
you.
man. I'm just every
It's
podcast
preventative care.
Yeah.
It's something. It's like taking vitamins. It's like it's doing that
good way to
thing.
put it.
It's not like taking insulin for something that's already bad. No,
Not a
it's
Band-Aid.
It's not a Band-Aid. It's this preventative to help you.
I think you've got me
organize
to
your
want to go
thoughts.
to do therapy now.
You know what? I
Yeah.
think
I was gonna
everyone
say,
should
we
try
need
it.
to check in.
Yeah,
We gotta
check
in
in.
like
It's-
a month and be
Yeah.
like, Matthew, you in
I
there?
take care of
Yeah.
my body.
You in
Like
there?
I might as well
I like
take care of
that.
my brain.
Exactly.
It's a good way to put
you
it.
know what? If you think about it too, like, what are the reasons that you take care of your body? Like, why? What are those reasons? Like, explain it to us right now. Why do you take care of your body?
Because it makes you feel better.
I feel better. Yeah, I mean, my head does feel better running. I do like to look good. You know, I like staying slim.
It likes the ladies.
Okay, so the same thing applies to up here. And why would you want to work out your brain, your mind, your physical? Because you want to feel good. Because you want to.
The best thing anyone ever said to me was like,
right.
About taking medicine for my brain. They were like, well, don't you use your inhaler when you have asthma? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, well, why can't you take medicine for your brain? And I was like, oh my God, you know, like
but it's, you know what it is? You know what it is? It's the stigma. It's like
that
it's
stigma,
that thing that people don't want to feel.
It's just the way we're conditioned, and we don't want people to look at us a certain way, even on just even on just the therapy things alone. Not even on like medication, like antidepressants, just therapy alone. There is such a stigma against it.
Well, we're gonna break it here.
You know, I think it's very important because that's the whole idea of this podcast is gen to gen is tying in these two generations. Where even though I feel like with your generation, there are a lot of people who
the stigma's huge
more on your
here.
generation. If
My
anything.
parents like had no idea what I was saying when I was like, hey, I need to go to the emergency room because I'm having a panic attack. They were like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it's like, suck it up. You know?
Yeah, my dad's like, that's foolish. You're gonna spend a lot of money, and I'm like, no, I need an oxygen tank or I'll die. Like they didn't.
I mean, it's real. I mean, I've never even actually told this story. I don't think I've told this story publicly until right now. But my first day of shooting my first film, where I was the lead and executive producer, I'm literally just taking a shower. It's like 6 a.m. I'm about to be on set in an hour, and I'm like, I'm putting shampoo in my hair, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is my first movies. This is awesome. Wow, I'm the lead. This is awesome. Wait, there's a lot of people who depend on me. This is awesome. Wait, there's a lot of people who depend on me. Oh, snap. And the next thing I know, I black out in the shower, completely collapse, and my sister has to come in, and she's like, she doesn't know what's going on. She was going to come to set every day with me, and she's like,
all I heard was your sister saw you naked.
Yeah, that's literally what happened. That's literally what happened, though. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm like now crying. I'm like, I don't think I can go on the set.
You had like panic attack and
it was like one of my first ever panic attacks ever. And I completely blacked out and I didn't know what was happening. I woke up on the bottom of my shower with like all this water hitting me. And like, I'm just like kind of in this like fetal position.
Yeah, it's
and I was just like, what is happening with my body right now? Like I literally thought like I was dying, all this stuff. Like, because you don't know how to react and all these things, and it's important to talk about.
But check it out. Like Ryan said about working out. So you work out because it also makes you feel good up here, right? Mm-hmm. That's the same connection that your mind has to your body.
Yeah.
Like if something's going on here, it will affect your body in the same way that your body affects your mind. Mm-hmm. It's all connected.
Yeah.
So
just like how I told myself, don't look down. Don't look down when I was looking at the IV thing, because I already had now made that rule up in my own body, in my own mind. The moment you look down, you're going to black out. Yeah, and then when I did it, I blacked out. So it's like, you're right. Yeah, our brain can literally make our bodies shut down.
I was told recently that your body can literally hold on to fat, like from being like for an emotional state too.
Whoa.
Like it can hold on to weight.
That's why I'm so emotional.
Bro, I'm like, what do you mean, lady? I was like, I'm plateauing. What's going on? She's like, are you acting stressed out? I'm like, yeah. She's like,
that's what it is.
On to weight.
Interesting.
But that's why. But that's why again, like physical working out and like mental working out are so connected. We have to be physical. You know, like the things they talk about, like diet, exercise, and this stuff. It's not just for like we always jump to. It's about looking good naked. But it's more than that. It's about feeling good and all that.
It's about loving yourself too. That's the most like you can't love anyone unless you love yourself. Unless you look in the mirror and you're just happy.
I feel like they both looked over at the publicist, and the publicist is over there going like this. Okay,
shut up.
Okay, we need to. Megan, it's time for you to go, Megan. We have a dinner. We have a dinner.
There's a whole team. They got the whole team.
Yeah, we have a dinner reservation.
I tried not to look, bro. I was like,
look at she tight.
You both looked. It's been an hour. Should we jump in? You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what?
No, we love you both. Thank you guys.
You can't. Hey, let me tell you something. You can't get nothing past me. I tell you that right now. As soon as you both looked over, I knew. I was like, I knew. There's some manager over there who's like, okay, this is enough, Megan.
I
like this. No, we got to do some like brain reps.
This is good. And like you guys said about checking in again, I think it's important. Like if you guys, we should all hop on each other's cast, you know, and
we'll
just
come on yours if you guys want to
to
have us on, you know.
Working on it.
Yes, I love this. These are very important conversations that every person of every age, of every background should hear. So
Listen, guys,
Thank you so much.
we appreciate you guys being here.
Mhm.
This has been great. I love catching up with you guys. I genuinely have a lot of affection for both of you, and this is like it's so natural. That's what I love about this. You know what I'm saying? So let's for sure we gotta talk more. We gotta do some. We gotta do Trainer Tuesdays has to come back.
You got me
Also-
like dialed into a T. That I'm kind of rattled, but it made my it, like
Good for us.
Good
We're
man.
supposed
I'm
to feel
glad
like
to hear that because this is how you care about someone.
Mhm.
yeah.
You understand? You care about someone. I know. I should do it this way because this is camera. This is for you guys. But when you care about someone, you got to rattle the cage because I want you to think about this. And I really appreciate you guys coming here. Congratulations on being a mom. Congratulations on everything that's going
Congrats
on
on
with
being
you.
engaged.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yes.
Congratulations to me for being engaged. Congratulations on your crack team over there that keeps you like.
On
I got a
point.
good squad.
And everyone, be sure to check out their podcast, Working On It.
Working on it.
It is
on all audio platforms,
yeah.
right?
Is it?
And
And
YouTube,
Yeah.
YouTube and audio platforms. So check it
Every
out. The
platform.
links will be the link is look for the link down there
All
right
the
now.
descriptions, it'll
all
all
the
be there.
description, all the stuff will be there. And listen, guys, I love you guys. Thanks for coming
Yeah, I
on the
love you
show.
guys
Love
too.
you.
And Matt, it was great meeting
Yeah,
you
I
too.
know
You're
Matt.
right.
I've been a
Likewise.
super fan for so long, so
Yeah.
this is amazing.
Likewise, this is like I love how just synergistic this was and how
Ooh,
real and authentic. It's just like
synergistic.
like I
That's the
said.
word of the day.
Yeah,
Right?
can you use that? Can you? What's the origin of that?
I'm like,
The
I've
universe.
never used that word in a sentence ever.
Like I don't know,
Ooh,
automatically.
synergistic. That's gonna be the name of the episode. I want that to be in the
Synergistic.
description of the episode.
Yes,
Synergistic, please.
Yeah, no, but you guys were amazing. Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
so much, and
You're amazing. We appreciate
good
you.
rest
I
of your
hope your
day.
girlfriend's apartment's okay.
it is. Yes, it is. As of that later night, it all got it all good. They still have to actually need to take out the whole ceiling, but
Wow.
that's a whole nother
He's
story.
gonna stay at his side chick's house until.
No, she's staying at my place. She's actually staying at my place.
He didn't even hear that. You
No,
see
I
how he
heard that. I
doubles?
had to ignore that.
See how
No.
this is what a good duty is. You know
Come
what I mean?
on
I just
now.
I like getting him.
Mhm.
All right, guys, get out of here before your publicist
They're so upset.
We love you
Okay,
guys.
I
Appreciate you
love
Love
you
you.
guys.
Take care. Thanks a lot.
Bye, everyone. Later.